Since we beckoned the warrior will come next. Just a moment. Yes, all right. Let's have some fired up energy, some fierceness around here. And it's interesting because in the past, the fierceness has sort of been directed externally, right? This sort of sense of like, keep your triggers close to you, bring your fears in close. There's sort of been this externalization of the fierceness. And we've talked many times about the enemy and how the enemy hides and all that stuff that we've talked about with you for years now. But tonight, that fierceness is a stance. It's an internal stance on the relationship to reality. And we really want you to hear our words. You are changing your internal stance in your relationship to what you have known to be reality. The actual, tangible, visceral, physical reality of the desk and the chair. And the actual experiential reality of the unfoldment that they've been referring to tonight. You are changing your internal stance as you engage with these things without the filter of personality distorting anything. Your internal stance, it's literally like you have graduated, and instead of being a student, now you're a teacher. Instead of being a high school person, you're now in college. Instead of being someone who's in trade school, now you can go be a carpenter. You have changed your stance on reality. It changes your, in some of these cases, it changes what you wear, right? You wear a different costume, like you used to wear a costume as a student, now you wear a costume as a teacher. It's a different outfit, it's a different wardrobe. Maybe you go from having, I'm in the classroom and now I have to put on my tool belt and I have to take all my tools with me in my truck to my new job site. I never had to do that when I was in the classroom. There's an actual, visceral, tangible change state that you take on as you present yourself in the world in a new way. Now, this may not actually look like wearing different clothes, although it could. But as you walk down the street, as you step out of your vehicle, as you enter stores and buildings and restaurants, you are actually walking into these places in a changed template, a changed relationship to the way you physically occupy your space on the planet. Because the field of infinite possibilities is now your reality, instead of the field of oh shit, limitation and fear being your reality. And if you can't imagine, if you don't feel the difference between those two, please at least imagine there's a difference, and then don't try to pretend to think of what the difference is. Just own the fact. That's right. The ceiling's now the floor. Okay, I'll agree with that. That means the field of infinite possibility is now my actual, visceral, tangible, experienceable reality. Okay, I don't know about that yet, but I'll just go ahead and believe them. They've been right before. So I will believe them, that's true. You can borrow our brain, is one of the things Veronica likes to say. Borrow my brain on this. Just believe it because I believe it. And usually it's about something where someone's feeling a little insecure, and she says, no, borrow my brain, you're amazing. Right? Something like that. We'll borrow our brain. We don't even have a brain, but borrow it anyway. That says, you are currently now existing within the field of infinite possibilities in a way you've never done so before in any of your hundreds of Earth incarnations. And that, right there, just borrow our brain on the truth of it. So you wake up in the morning and your day's busy or your day's boring or your day's stale or your day's confusing and just say, that's right. The warrior says, I am currently abiding in the field of infinite possibilities, experiencing the unknowable unfolding now. And I don't know what any of that means, and that's actually correct. It's correct to not know what that means. I just have to own the change of stance so that the door is open for the transformational, visceral experience to become my current reality. in the unfolding, unknowable now that I live in. That's what's up. We're going to get the girls because we want to.